What's up, course hero? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I am going to be showing you how to use the pricing functionality within Zenler. On the surface it looks pretty simple, but there are some complex features to it, a little bit of minutia on how to navigate that. So without further ado, let's get started. So to get better understanding on pricing and how pricing works in Zenler, you want to head on over to your courses tab, and if you don't have your free school set up yet, I have a link in the description below. Click that link, set up your free school, grab my affiliate bonuses if you end up paying for the pro plan, but it is free to try. You have no commitment to buy. You can test out all of the features except for live. I think live is only available for pro customers, and I'll put a link in this video on how live works with Zenler. But you can start your school for free, test out all these features, even start collecting payments and selling courses. On the free plan, Zenler does take 10% commission, but if you're on the pro plan, there's no commission. And I don't know when you're watching this video, but if it is in mid-May, their price is still at $447 a year for 3 separate schools. That is just insane. And that includes the Zoom functionality, which has 300 participants per session you can have, and you can have up to 3 sessions a day. That's 900 people you can talk to every day and 100 sessions a month. So, but getting back to pricing, how this works is you can have multiple pricing plans for the same course. So let's say I have a course where I have a free plan, but I also want to add a paid plan, right? So I'm going to delete this free plan for now. This particular course, which is all about Zoom webinars, is not going to be free. I'm going to add a plan. It's going to be a one-time purchase. So one-time purchase, and I'm going to call this, this will be for 197 bucks, and I'm going to call this best value. Add some description in here, and then I'm going to have the buy now button, add some bullet points. So I've added some bullet points. You can set availability, where you can select when this course is going to start and when it's going to end. In my case, it's going to be an evergreen course, always available. And then finally, you can set tiers. In tiers, you get to decide which modules are available on this plan. And this comes in handy if you're setting up subscriptions with like silver, gold, platinum, whatever level. And how you do that is simply by selecting the module and all the lessons that are under that module that you'd like people in this plan to have access to. I'm not going to set tiers right now, but they are pretty powerful. I suggest you explore them further. You can also make this the most popular plan, and then once you're done, just hit the finish button here, and that creates your pricing plan. Now if I go and check out this under pages, right, if I go to the course sales page, I haven't really touched it, it's out of the box. I can preview that page. You will see what that pricing plan looks like. Right here, you can see it is also marked as most popular. So I can go back to pricing, edit this, and uncheck this most popular one and hit update. Now let's add a second pricing plan to this, which would be, I want to give my students the option to make 4 payments. So I can go into payment plan. Again, same thing. The currency has to be the same across every plan. So if you're working in US dollar, Australian dollar, British pound, whatever your currency is, it has to be same across your entire school. You cannot change the currency. I'm going to do for this one $67, and I'm going to say 4 installments monthly of $67, and this will be the flex pay. Again, same thing. You can add the description here, change the button to pay now instead of buy now, and then again you can add the bullet points, but I already added it in the first plan, so I don't want to add them again for the sake of time here. Same concepts here. You can also add them to a community, and I'll link to a video in the description below on how communities work in Zenler. But you can see I have some notifications here from all my communities. So you can attach this pricing plan to a community. Going back to our silver, platinum, gold, or silver, gold, platinum subscription plan, you can maybe give your platinum members access to a community, but the gold and silver members don't get access to a community. So that's how communities come into play. I'll make this the most popular plan and hit finish. So now if I go back to my sales page, refresh the sales page, you will see that the 2 pricing plans have been added, and this one shows the most popular button on top. These pricing tables right now are not editable because they are dynamic. That means they're pulling from the course's pricing plan. But I'll show you in a second how you can make these dynamic. So right now we are previewing this page. The third thing I want to do is add a subscription plan, and in this subscription plan my users will get access to me via the community, and this is going to be $27 a month. So I know I already called something else the best value, but it's okay, this is just for demo. And I can change the button to be subscribe now. Here's the cool thing about subscription plans, you can have a trial period. So you can say that I want my students to have free access to this course for 7 days, where they get to see, they get to explore, they'll get to see the content, interact in the community, and after 7 days they'll start getting charged. And in this case I'm going to add them to my VIP community. So now we have 3 separate pricing plans, and just by looking here you can see one of them is called best value. This one I'm going to change the name so we don't get confused. So best value on top, then flex pay, and then one-time pay, and these stack one on top of the other in the order that you're entering them. So now if I go here, refresh this page, you will see the 3 pricing options: $27 a month, $67 a month, or a one-time pay of $197. And you can see under flex pay it says 4 payments. What if I want to move this best value in the middle and move the flex pay to left? Because this is dynamic, I cannot do that on this page. What I can do is I can move this best value in the middle here, and now if I go and refresh, that change should go into effect immediately, which you can see right here. So most popular has been moved to the left, best value is here. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to go into subscription, make this the most popular plan. So this is good that it gives you a message that tells you that you already have a most popular plan set. Are you sure you want to change that? In my case I said yeah, let's go ahead and change that. We'll update this. Now this most popular badge should move in the middle. There you have it. And you can also rename. You don't have to actually have that most popular badge here. So what I can do is go back here, uncheck this, and actually call it the name most popular. And now if I go back here, that most popular disappears, but you can see that as a header on your pricing table. Again, these pricing tables are not editable. And what I mean by that is if I go back here to my pricing page, I'm going to go back to pages and go to edit my course sales page. You will see that some of the things that are dynamically being pulled onto your sales page are not editable by you on that particular page. And that could sound confusing. It sounded good in my head. But if I hover over here, right, go into settings, I can change the colors, etc. But there's only so many things I'm allowed to change. You can see right here, there's a message which says you can edit content from pricing page. So the other things I can change here is I can change the color. So I want to match my brand colors. I can do that. Same thing with the button color. I can change the button color to blue. Price color can be changed. So all of those changes can be made, but you cannot change the look and feel of this payment plan page. To do that, what you can do is add a new block, go into pricing and pick any of these pre-made blocks. All of these are available to you on the pro plan. You'll see some of them have these little crowns next to them, which means that they are only available on the pro plan. Let's go with this one. Now I can edit everything about this pricing table that I just inserted. So for example, if I want to change the icon, I can click the settings. I can change the icon right here. Let's just add this one. And just like that, the icon was changed. Maybe the icon is too small. So I want to go into style. I want to change the icon size, and I also want to change the icon color. So now this can be this pricing table is not dynamic, which means each and everything in here you have to add on your own. Whereas for the dynamic one, you added everything on the pricing page and it literally just pulls all that information for you. So that's the difference between static and dynamic pricing tables. Same thing with the button. You see the action is not set. So what I can do is if I preview this page, right, I'm going to save and preview. In order to add those buttons to your static table, what I would do is I'll just copy this, open link in new tab, and copy this part before the question mark. So your plan number is 8951 for this, and you don't even have to click. You can see in the bottom left corner of my screen, it shows you the URL. I just prefer clicking here. So this one is 8951, the next is 8952, and then the other one is 8950. Then I can go into editor, go here on this button action and then say on click, you're going to go to a link, and that's going to be this plan right here. And then I'm going to open it in a new window and just hit save. Same thing with this one. For this, I can say, we know already what that number was. In this case, I'm going to change it to 8952 instead of 8951. And then the final one, I'm going to change it to, and I believe that one was 8950. And just like that, we have been able to change all of this stuff. Now, if we go back into preview and I refresh this page, each and every one of these buttons corresponds to these. So if I click on choose, it's going to bring me to that pricing page where I can pay the $67, which was this one right here. The subscribe now is 27. Same thing. And even when they're here, your students can switch between these three, but the buttons will automatically check that option for them. So that's how pricing works. The other thing to note about pricing, if I go back into pricing, is I can go and edit any of these, and you can make all those changes once the course is live. So you don't have to worry about once you have set the pricing, what if you want to change something, you can do that. And then finally, what you can do is, if you don't want this price to be shown on the sales page, you can make the price hidden. So if I do that and hit update, now if I go back into my pages, go back to pages. Now remember, if you hide the price, that's only going to hide the dynamic pricing table. If you have added a static table like we already did, that static table is still going to show the price. But you can see the course pricing dynamic table is hidden, although you can see the static table. So how this works is, you can't hide the header, but the pricing table itself is hidden. So under this, you can always add an element which says this course is currently not open for enrollment. And I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. I know this one is all about pricing, but I'm going to show you real quick how to add that. So what I can do here is I can add a call to action box. So how you do that is, each of these blocks have a plus at the end of it. So I'm simply going to hover over this box right here, click the plus, and add a call to action. So you can see call to action here, and I'm going to pick this call to action, and right here I can say this. I can delete that secondary text. I can delete this button, and for this button what I can do is go into settings and say join waitlist, and I'm going to go back to style and change the font on this. So you have access to this entire font library. I'm going to also increase the font size to say 30. And then I'm also going to add an icon. This one looks good here. Yeah, let's just go with this one for the sake of time. From here, we can change the font color. I mean the icon color, and also the icon size. So I'm going to go with 90 this time. I'm going to add some spacing at the bottom, and also make sure this looks good on mobile. Perfect. Go back to desktop, and there we have it. When your visitors go to the sales page, they can join the wait list. Now you can see I don't have an action set here, but I can go here and set an action to open a pop-up, and that pop-up can add them to my mailing list, which could be your wait list for this course, all within New Zenler. Now from here, what I can do is go to settings, open pop-up, go into this pop-up, edit it, make it look the way you want it to look, and then finally on the button, what you want to do is go into settings on the button itself, and then the action from submit form is going to be, you're going to add these people to a mailing list. So I can select any of these mailing lists here. I can also add them to a funnel, and then finally I can also apply a tag, and all your tags are visible here. What happens after they have submitted this form? So you can select a post submit action, which should be go to a link, and that can be any link. It can be a thank you page with a call to action to join a Facebook group. Whatever link you want to send them to, you can do it from here. And that's pretty much it. That's how pricing works. You can see how powerful it is. You can easily change it, drag and drop. You can add new plans. So I can drag it and drop it. You can set validity on your pricing plans. So you can quickly see here all these plans are valid forever, which means they're evergreen. One of them has a trial for 7 days. All of that can be done here. And that's pretty much it. And there you have it, Course Hero. That is how pricing works in New Zenler. If you have any other questions, feel free to mention them in the comments below. As always, consider hitting the subscribe button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Keep creating, and I will see you on the flip side.